Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the Technopathetic Podcast. I'm Angelo. I am here with our newest member, Pliers, and today we're going to be getting to continue the fun little Cyberpunk story. Pliers here, you would know very well as the man, the myth, the legend, OJ, Mr. My legs are just that bashed up. I can't walk.
Exactly.
Pliers, okay, so just for the sake of the audience, could you explain what your thought process might have been when you were thinking to make it so OJ was just suddenly in a wheelchair?
Well, it made a lot of sense because, police brutality. Yeah, police on mall cop violence. Very real thing. It's a tragedy.
I'm gonna have to write a Vice article about that one. Meet the mall cops who are abused by real cops. We do also have Quick here, but Quick is, he's playing Minecraft. He'll just be giving us other cliff notes of the story that we miss. So to not go into too much detail describing every little thing that happened in the campaign, because I want to try and focus on the highlights, our heroes continued through the campaign. They moved on from the bar they were at, got on a small little boat, and they were heading to the bigger boat they were going to heist from. They were gonna, try to climb up the side of it. And then it blew up, right? Now, there was totally a bunch of noxious fumes going into the sky that was, absolutely burning people's skins off. And that was kind of a problem, so our heroes realized that they couldn't stay outside, so they quickly rushed inside to the bar. OJ, describe to us the great horror you truly felt at that time. Do you, describe this like you're having a World War II flashback, pretty much?
I remember. There were holes, lots of holes that the gas could seep into. It was deadly. A man died in front of me. This gas could take 1,000 people, just like that. It's in the trenches. The planes are flying over. The Germans are on the other side.
Wait, you weren't actually in a war though, OJ. That's not a thing.
Sorry, I was having a flashback to another time.
But here's where things get good. One of the NPCs that they actually had here was one that was known as Carmichael. Carmichael had been heard by the bartender whispering into his phone some suspicioso stuff like, "Yo man, the fucking ship blew up, what the fuck do I do? And they're here!" So Carmichael, our boy, was just kind of freaking out, but only the bartender saw it. And then the bartender kind of told our techie Casimir, who then told White Shark. And then the two were like, let's go fuck him up and get some info out of this little bitch. So, walking on over, they begin kind of trying to interrogate Carmichael, like, what do you know? Just imagine, a really bad Batman voice for both of them, and you get a pretty good idea as to what the interrogation was like. And then, White Shark, trying to intimidate Carmichael, hits him a bit too hard, and this guy passes out. Now, here's where I need to really explain something. One of the NPCs was Casey Razorhead. Now, I don't know if I explained this last time, but there is a thing in Cyberpunk called cyberpsychosis, where if you get too much cybernetics in your body kind of just stops feeling empathy for human beings, and you become a killing machine. Casey is on the edge of cyberpsychosis. He's 1 point away from cyberpsychosis, meaning any bit of excitement is meant to kind of just straight up set him off. And, White Shark punching this guy out kind of did that. So Casey got up. He pulled out his dual, Armalite pistols, aimed them at the players, and then slumped over and fell right to the ground because a waitress had drugged his beer because she was very afraid that he was going to do something bad. I think it's actually the waitress and a bouncer drag Casey into a back room and just kind of leave him there for now. Everyone is feeling like the crisis is averted for now, right? But then another crisis kind of comes into play. Outside of the bar, the players can hear a man kind of screaming in pain. He's slamming his fist on the door. Guys, let me out! Let me in, please! I swear, the gas is dispersed! It should be noted that the gas had, in fact, not dispersed. However, our man OJ believed him wholeheartedly. His cop's intuition said that this was in fact the truth, brah. Probably gonna make fun of Pliers a lot, by the way, in the next few seconds here, but For the most part, I want you to keep in mind, Pliers isn't like uber duper serious about these games. Like, he's just trying to have fun. So let me explain to you what happens in these next few seconds. OJ starts heading for the bar door like, all right, let's open this baby up. And then Jared comes on and is like, nope, 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 nope. Grabbing onto OJ and trying to pull him back from the door, right? I believe Casimir also joined in, if I'm correct. Both Casimir and Jared are trying to pull him back from the door, but OJ just rolls really well and baps them both off of him and opens the door anyway with his fucking monkey strength. Oh yeah, also, this is one other thing I need to mention. Jared tried to tase OJ as well, but OJ just like fucking walked through that shit. It didn't affect him. So as OJ opens the door, the gas gets let in. Everyone gets hurt by the gas, more or less. It's painful. It kind of burns your skin a little bit, but they're fine for now. This is something I 100% forgot to mention in our last little video here. So, out of all the characters, OJ actually had the highest intellect stat at 20, which is the max that you can have, by the way. And Quick, for the longest time, has always been extra annoyed by that detail when it's put into the context of this part of the story. And he has always made the joke of 20, more like 20 IQ. Fucking got him. OJ, Casimir, and Jared are all arguing with each other and pretty much at each other's throats, but they're united as they hear the voice of Casey in the back room, and he goes, "Where am I?" Then they heard the sound of him cocking his guns as they realized the stupid fucking waitress never took his guns away. The big problem with a gunfight in a situation like this is any bullet holes that are made due to missing will just let more gas in, alright? You know what, let me pull up the map here and show you kind of what things look like. Yeah. Okay, so handsome model citizens were here, and Casey was here. So anytime players missed, holes were being made here, right? This is like a green square Madden match right now. I imagine I'm drawing it up, you know? Now, Vito, for the most part, was a very good boy, and all he ever did was heal everyone throughout this entire fight. I think the only thing I ever got to hear Vito say was,
"I ready my medical kit."
What a champ. He did it.
Wait, what's in his hands? Get down the mall cop!
But then Jared, our boy who put all of his stats into guns and dodging, comes out and he's like, "I am one with the sword." He pulls out Bushido Brown's samurai sword that he took off his body, readying himself, running on up to Casey, going in for a slash, and then the sword broke on Casey's head. Jared was just kind of flabbergasted, like, what the fuck just happened? Eventually, he went back to using his guns, and he had better luck there, I think. I do kind of feel bad for Quick in general, though, because, like, Jared was actually a fairly cool character. It's just the problem was he was getting the worst rolls.
Life is Jared Boone.
And eventually, as they filled him full of holes, and a combination of the gas was hitting Casey, he crumpled to the ground, very dead. Now after this, the players had to tear up their clothes and go into the gas and actually plug up the holes that they just made so that everyone didn't, you know, fucking die in the bar. A, like, floating car lands on outside, because that's just a normal thing in Cyberpunk, don't worry. A man steps on out. We're gonna call him Randy, because I can't remember his name for the life of me. This is where Casimir really kind of showed himself at his best, as he realized that Randy was here from actually Carmichael's own company to try and save him so that they could see if they could do some damage control, right? Casimir 100% knew that they had actually enough info on this that they could bargain quite a bit with Randy here. Randy went from Mr. I'm ordering all of you around to, okay, sir, please, like, we'll take y'all home. Please just don't hurt us. Finally, they agree, okay, we'll hand you over Carmichael, but please get us out of here and pay us money right now. Things are going pretty well for our players right now. So they get out of there. They, a big rainstorm comes in. It takes down the rest of the gas that's in the city, and everything is saved. Finally, though, as they step out, they get pulled into a warehouse by these fucking dudes who are working for Petrochem, I believe. Everyone gets interviewed. Everyone gets asked, hey, what happened? Okay, you're giving us a full synopsis right now. OJ, do you actually remember what kind of story you might have told to them?
I have zero memory of this.
That's okay. Also, quick, why are you saying fuck you, OJ?
OJ was like the actual model citizen here, serving the community by policing it, and when all that went downhill, protecting the malls, or rather mall.
By the way, quick, it says here, if I recall, OJ's story was the one that fucked up everyone else's story, making problems.
Well, let's not forget that OJ Hendricks was the one guy that continued to work in his job as a mall cop the entire time.
Yeah, right. I forgot. Yeah, because he had to go to his job literal next morning after that, didn't he?
Yeah, and he had to keep getting people to take a shift as he was off doing all this stuff.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot this. Yeah. Okay, I need to mention this. So I made it so the players still technically had their day jobs while they did this. Jared Boone and Casimir, neither of them had to worry about this because they both are literal guns for hire and techie for hire, right? But so I would like to know, quick, just respond to the players said about OJ going back to his job with, "The fuck! I am a solo! This is my job!" Pliers and Vito each go back to their respective jobs. Vito has no problem in getting himself someone who's able to fill in for him while they go to a club later that night, right? As White Shark says, "Hey guys, I got this next guy. I want to hook you up with him. He's going to give you a way better job than the one I just had you on," right? Our boy OJ had a bit of a problem. The very nice security lady who usually fills in for him looked like she was about to fucking die from filling in for his shifts all the other times. And so OJ's like, okay, I will find someone else. And then he approached the Indian security guard of the mall cops, Chief Seattle.
Yeah, Chief Seattle. He's like the most honorable guy in existence, and he still hasn't gotten his soda.
So yeah, OJ manages to bargain with Chief Seattle that he'd buy him a pack of soda if he'd fill in for his shift, right? But the shittiest part is OJ never gave him that soda ever. Everyone went to this nightclub, which was a fucking high up in a skyscraper building. Just real aesthetic shit, right? Nice place. Here they meet the Black Shogunates. Okay, I'm being very serious here with you. Please bear with me. So the Black Shogunate was this, I'm pretty sure 6'8" black man who had his hair was shaved so that it had a Japanese symbol on the sides. He worked for Arasaka as a actual corporate officer. I'm being very serious here. And Black Shogunate's, alright, I want to hire you boys on for one hell of a job, okay? Are you down? And everyone's like, yeah, man, we're all totally down. And Black Shogunate's like, great! Let me go make a call, okay? I'll be right back. And so all the players are currently finding themselves relaxing at a table. Finally, Casimir feels a bit of a tap on his shoulder. As he turns around, he sees him. The Italian merchant from before. This guy should be very fucking dead, right? And as everyone's talking with this guy, it's a bit of a back and forth of you killed me, I'm back for revenge kind of deal, right? Everyone begins to open fire on this guy, but it's everyone's just like, what the fuck is going on? I remember distinctly, Jared aims his pistol point blank at the man's head, fires. He's blasted down. And then he gets back up. And it's at this point they realize that he's a full Borg, right? And eventually, after a very hard-fought battle, they manage to take him down. And they're breathing a sigh of relief. But then they slowly look around. And they begin to realize that they swear they're seeing his face a few more times in the crowd. And that's when they realize there are 3 cyborg copies of this guy about to shoot at all of them. Our players immediately try to fight these boys off, but they have some powerful weaponry and and bullets are bouncing right off these sons of bitches. The players are beginning to quickly realize, okay, our odds of winning here are very low. And while they manage to take one down, they realize it might be better to retreat for now. But as they're beginning to run, that's when the worst case scenario happens. One of the Borgs actually gets a pretty damn good shot on Jared and blows his leg right the hell off. Our players begin to quickly grab Jared by the collar and drag him towards the elevator, moving as fast as they can. And as they're going down the elevator, Casimir calls up a booster gang that he has favors from, and he's like, can you guys come pick me up at the Paradise Lost? He gave the wrong bar name when he spoke into the phone. So they went to the wrong bar at first, and Casimir had to like call them up again and be like, no, dude, I said the wrong bar. This one, right? As they're running along through the streets now, trying to head for the broken down car of the one booster gang member who came to pick them up, they're beginning to realize that things are going worse and worse by the second. Vito gets taken hostage for a few seconds, breaks out, and then they finally manage to kill all of the Borgs, right? Black Shogunate pulls on up in a limousine, is like, yo, you guys want me to like take you to the fucking like hospital so your friend can get like a new leg? And they're like, all right, you know what? Sure, why not? Black Shogunate explains to them what the job is going to be. He says, all right, so I need you to deliver this giant truck with like a plant enzyme in it. You're gonna be driving that baby all the way from here in California all the way down into Texas. That is where our story will continue next time. So, Pliers, do you have anything else to say about like what happened in this part of the story?
Let me think. No.
All Quick says is fuck OJ.
OJ did nothing wrong.
Quick says, except for everything.
Oh, like what? OJ was the only guy that was willing to try and save that man out in the gas. He may risk his own life. Everyone else is doing it. But he just wanted to save the guy.
But isn't it worse to betray the bigger group of people by helping someone who's already gone? Quick says.
That sounds very selfish.
Alright, thank you all so much for watching. We'll probably come out with part 3 in 5 months. I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.